Turn now to the new and scathing report on Uvalde from the Department of Justice tonight, suggesting the failed response allowed more school children to die. First responders were actually inside that school within 3 minutes after the gunman got into the building. So why did it take so long to get to him? The faces of the victims, 19 children you'll remember, and 2 teachers were killed, and what authorities have now revealed tonight. ABC's Maria Villarreal in Uvalde.
Shots fired! Get inside!
Tonight, a scathing new report from the Department of Justice paints a fuller picture of what they're calling cascading failures by law enforcement in that deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, that took the lives of 19 children and 2 teachers.
Had law enforcement agencies followed generally accepted practices in an active shooter situation and gone right after the shooter to stop him, lives would have been saved and people would have survived.
The report setting the timeline at 11:33 a.m. on May 24th, 2022, the 18-year-old suspect, armed with a high-powered AR-15 style rifle, enters through an unlocked door. Within 3 minutes, a group of officers entering through the same door. And 4 minutes after the gunman enters the building, 5 officers taking fire as they move towards the classrooms. They retreat after 2 of them are hit with shrapnel.
Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding?
The report says after 3 attempts to reach the classrooms, officials changing their tactics from an active shooter to a barricaded subject approach, which delayed attempts to breach the classrooms as they tried to negotiate with the suspect.
Can you believe he's barricaded in one of the offices? Sir!
School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo, who had been among the first to respond, instead directing officers to search for keys to unlock doors to the classrooms where students and teachers were trapped.
It meant waiting for a set of keys to open the classroom door, which the report concludes was likely unlocked anyway.
For 77 minutes after the first officers entered the school, no one going into the classrooms, even as dispatchers received 2 phone calls from students inside. 10-year-old Chloe Torres was one of them.
I'm in classroom 1012. Please hurry. There's a lot of dead bodies. Please. I don't want to die.
It wasn't until around 12:50 that officers went in and took down the suspect, nearly an hour and a half after first responders arrived on scene.
As a consequence of failed leadership, training, and policies, injured and scared students and teachers remain trapped with the subject in the classrooms, waiting to be rescued.
Veronica Mata lost her 10-year-old daughter, Tess.
I would hope that she didn't have to sit there for those 77 minutes and see everything that her friends were going through.
Clarity but not closure for these families, David. The Department of Justice report did not bring up any possible criminal charges. That was not their focus. It's actually the responsibility of the local district attorney right here in Uvalde to handle that. But the DOJ did list a number of recommendations for law enforcement. Meanwhile, former law enforcement agents that were criticized in this report, we have reached out to them but have not heard back for comment on this report. The city of Uvalde says they continue to review it and will release additional comments in the near future. David?
2 years of pain for these families. Maria Villarreal tonight. Maria, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.